Nobody's allowed down here.
There's a hole in the side of your house. Who's that?
It's my mother.
You have her eyes.
She died when I was 6.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I remember it like it was yesterday. She said she was going out to get my dad a bottle of gin, but it was raining really hard that night. The roads were slippery.
God, Jane. A car accident.
No, cancer. It was so hard. I had to take on all of her responsibilities, the cooking and cleaning and breastfeeding Mitch.
Oh, Janie, that's all in the past now. You gotta start thinking about your future. I mean, look how talented you are.
I have this dream of one day just hopping on a plane and going to Paris. There's an art school there, but I can't afford it. Unless I found some way of raising $26,000 before the admissions cut off.
Oh my God, Janie, do you realize my parents give a scholarship to a girl who can't get into art school every year?
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah. This year we gave it to Lupe Rodriguez, the Mexican finger painter. I think you'd really like her work.
Hey, you know what always cheers you up? Baking me a nice tray of sugar cookies.
How about these cookies, sugar?
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Nah, you motherfucker!
Mr. Frog, thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Hello, it's good to be here. Hello.
So we've been friends for a long time, and which is why it's been so tough to see you go through all this.
Thank you. It's been tough with everything that's been going on with my life. Hello.
Yeah, why don't you tell me about that a little bit? Like what was the worst part about like the whole ordeal, like working on your show?
Probably working with all those filthy.
Everything is racist. Everything is racist according to me. Everything is racist in 2018.
Tres, dos, uno. Have you heard the truth? I'm trying to escape it. Everything's bad. Cause everything's racist. Shirt, goldfish, strawberry smoothie, all the blowfish, especially Hootie. Everything you say is insanely racist. Every single day the racism's outrageous. You know who needs sensitivity training? Every single name in the yellow pages.
Gentlemen? Ah, crap, singing. Mind if I smoke?
Cigars are evil, you won't miss them. We'll find ways to simulate that smell. What a sorry fella, rolled up and smoked like a granatella here on level 1 of robot hell. Gambling's wrong and so is cheating, so is forging phony IOUs. Let's let Lady Luck decide what type of torture's justified. I'm fit boss here on level 2. Ooh, deep-fried robots.
Just tell me why.
Please read this 55-page warrant.
There must be robots worse than I.
We checked around, there really aren't.
Then please let me explain my crimes were merely boyish rank.
You stole from Boy Scouts, nuns, and banks.
Don't blame me, blame my upbringing.
Please stop sitting while I'm singing. Selling bootleg tapes is wrong. Musicians need that income to survive.
Hey, Ben, are gonna make some noise with your hard drive scratched by the Beastie Boys. That's what you get on level 5.
I don't feel well.
It's up to us to rescue him.
Maybe he likes it here in hell.
If that's who tempted him to sin.
Maybe he's back at the motel.
Come on, Fry, don't be scared. I'm sure at least one of us will be spared. So just sit back, enjoy the ride.
My ass has blisters from the slide.
Fencing diamonds, fixing cockfights, publishing indecent magazines. You'll pay for every crime. Knee deep in electric slime. You'll suffer till the end of time, enduring tortures, most of which rhyme. Trapped forever here in Robot House.
Hello and welcome to yet another coloring stream with me, your host, Hyper Wizard, otherwise known as Jake. My name's just Jake. You can call me Jake. Call me Hyper Wizard or Jake if you want. But hey, welcome. We have 10 billion people in chat. The chat's going a mile a minute. Is a joke I would usually make on these streams because we never usually have anyone, but we actually have like 3 or 4 people. I'm gonna say hi to Danny. He was first, but he didn't say first, so we didn't get a first. You know, that's not how it works. But yeah, he said, I'll see if I can jump in for a minute. That means he's probably not here right now. So let's get rid of him. Screw you, Danny. You know, what have you done for me lately? You came in earlier and said hello, but like, are you here right now? I don't think so. Tex Zombie says hail. Whenever I see Tex Zombie's name in my head, I always say Texo Zombie. And I always just want to call you Texo Zombie instead of Tex Zombie. But yeah, hey. He says love this movie. He means, I think he means this movie that was played earlier.
Like the dance.
Which is indeed a movie called Not Another Teen Movie, which is like my favorite movie of all time. It's the best movie. If you've never seen Not Another Teen Movie, you should go watch it. I think I have a longer version of that whole scene. Yeah, you can tell what happens in that scene. I'm not going to play the whole thing. How long is that? That's like 55 seconds. Maybe we'll play it later on. But yeah, who else is here? We got Remus back. Thank you for being here. Or Remus. He says good morning and then does hand wave emoji. And Agent Zero is here. I think I was on a. I'm going to mention it in a bit, but like I did a little something last night with a gentleman you all may know and love, Michael Bancroft, related to Agent Zero, who has a book launching tonight of all nights. Like, it's got to be tonight, right? Like, it's within 24 hours. Yeah, he's releasing a book, and we did a reading. Tech Zombie says yes. I'm assuming that he means. I'm assuming he's referring to this.
Like the dance.
You know. Favorite film though. And that's it. That's all the people, but you're here at the beginning. That's enough preamble. What are we doing today? Let's get my face off the screen. So we're doing another coloring stream. We've got a brand new piece today, but before we jump into that, let's take a look at the last piece. This is like the finished version, kind of. I even made some changes since this. It looks a little bit different than how it did at the end of the last stream, but that's because, you know, if you finish something, it's never really finished. You save the Photoshop file, and then there's like final, there's final, then final. And this isn't even the final. I posted it. Look, I should have changed the color of this. It doesn't really sit well with these hues. It looks a bit too separate, so that should probably have been red. Like, I could have added a bit of shine. But yeah, like, whatever. Posted it, and look how well it did. We got 58 freaking retweets. 243 likes. This is pretty crazy for a tweet from me, and it never gets this much attention. So yeah, like this seemed to do well. And I posted the original up as well, which looks beautiful, and that even got some retweets. Oh god, wait, did I reply to this guy? I didn't reply. Oh, I didn't even give him a like. I can give you a like on stream now, and then it doesn't look bad that I didn't reply. But yeah, the beautiful original. And if what can I do? Shall I skip over to, yeah, hold on. I'll switch to Photoshop. Hold on. Present again, share screen, Windows, Photoshoople. Here we go. And I want to ask you guys what you think of the final change that I made. I have a layer here called Ass Light. And as you can see, there is some bounce light from down below showing the curvature of the rump. This is it off. This is it on. This is it off. This is it on. I think I like on. Do you know what I mean? I think it's better when her ass is on. Her ass light is on. I'm actually gonna print a t-shirt for myself with this. Not like do a t-shirt for you guys to buy. Like you think you're that lucky? But I'm gonna like get a t-shirt or a hoodie done with this, and I'll probably wear it on a future stream. But yeah. While we're in Photoshop, I can show you what we're doing today. So these are my reference images over on the left. There is a character called well, she isn't a real character from a thing. She's like a fusion of two different IPs. But there is an animator, all-round funny man, an internet known entity called Harry Partridge, who's been like doing amazing animations for, I mean, over 10 years, right? Like 15, 20 years maybe. And this is an original piece by him that I managed to get. Like apparently every year he does like a handful of pieces and then puts them up for sale on his Etsy. And they're incredibly cheap. Like they should have cost more. I don't even think I spent like even near 200 for this. Do you know what I mean? Like this is amazing. And this is BEE-STILDA from his animation Princess BEE-STILDA from Starbarians fused with Dr. Bees. And here's some reference images that I've got up ready to help me pick the colors. And I have actually, if we switch back to the old where's the right web page? That one. That's gonna be that one, right? That's the right web page. I've lined up a couple. Oh yeah, that's that. I'll mention them later. I've lined up a couple of his cartoons for us to check out, and it's only a minute and a half, so you can sit through that. So yeah, let's check out the first ever animation that I watched of Harry's, which kind of like was a big inspiration for general creation when I was younger. So let's hopefully this sound's on. Is this sound gonna be on? Let me know. Did you hear that? Do I have to reshare? Hold on. Move. Share screen. Present. Sorry, guys. I'm very new to this whole... Yes, it didn't work, did it? I was doing window. Here we go. That's better. Okay. Now it should work. Let's play it again.
Happy Harry.
Oh no, Adrian! Looks like the Reds are polluting the city lake! What do we do?
We call the Watchmen!
Strong together, united forever, they're the best of friends. But when trouble's about, you'd best watch out for the Watchmen.
Now is their leader, and he loves to party down. Rorschach's friends to the animals.
Yeah, when he's not clowning around.
Why not?
Beat up some thugs, say no to drugs, be in bed by 10. But if trouble's about, you'd best watch out for the Watchmen.
Spectre's a sensation, you should really never miss her. Comedian's her biggest fan now.
If I could only get that kiss.
OCM, your bestest, couple of crime some superstars. John can give you cancer, and they'll turn into a car.
Strong together, united forever, come and meet your friends. Have no fear, time's up, time's here, for the Watchmen.
Yeah, what do you guys think of that? Like, I remember seeing that when I was younger, like at uni or in high school or something, and being like, holy shit, people can make stuff like this? Like, he did all the voices, and I think he does the music himself, and obviously all the animation. I was like, holy shit, how can someone do all this? So yeah, I've kind of always wanted to do the whole one-man band thing, just like Harry did, but, you know, Yeah, I'm never gonna be as good as him. And then you guys ever heard of a game called Skyrim? Tech Zombie was like, ha 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 ha. He thought it was left funnies. And Remus says, nice animation. Yes, he was good even then. He's so much man. He's been continuing working on stuff for years and years and years. It slaps. Yes, that I'll show you his most recent thing after this. But yeah, I don't know if you've heard of a game called Skyrim. It's just a small indie game. I'm not sure if many people are into it, but here's I'll just play it. What a fuck up. Nothing was playing. For a minute? You were in dark for a minute with no sound. Sorry, guys. I stopped that. I thought that when you shared a tab on I thought when you shared a Chrome tab that it jumped around with you. You have to reshare every time. But yeah, there's there's the video. You can probably guess what the rest of the video was like from this, right? You know what it was like? It was a whole music. Did you hear anything? Was there no audio playing either? But yeah, he did a song about Skyrim.
In their tongue. Holy shit, what is this? Forged in God's very flames. Do mine eyes tell me lies? A new Elder Scrolls game. Time is nigh, I must fly, venture forth on my quest. Goodbye, Ma, goodbye, Pa, and goodbye, girlfriend's breast. So
there you go. That was that's the joke. And there was one more thing I was gonna play of his. Seeing as I've got to unshare that tab and then share another one again. Share screen again. Chrome tab. Where is it? This is a complete mess. Oh, here we go. I thought we watched the first part of this. This is his latest thing. He usually just done 2D animations, right? But like he's recently ventured into doing different stuff that doesn't require shit tons of hand animation. So this is something he's released called Ghostbleed. I'm not going to play it all. I'm just going to play the first bit, and then you guys can go and check it out. Give him some watch time. You know what I mean?
In the not-too-distant future of 2002, the Norrock Corporation have invested millions into the construction of the N Obelisk, a towering corporate eyesore in the all-American town of Tanuki Prefecture. Said to be the greatest family entertainment destination and Hellgate research facility on the planet, no one could have predicted it would go so wrong. Enticed by the unsurpassed shopping and dining experience, a crack team of Tanuki Prefecture police disappeared into the tower and haven't been heard from since. 48 more waves were sent in to find them. None have returned. Now, the 3 remaining officers in the tri-state area have arrived at the N Obelisk to discover if simply nobody wants to leave, or if nobody living is left to leave alive.
Captain Krieghauser, look!
He's been rotting for weeks. That's highly unusual behavior for a state trooper.
I don't like this, sir. It's too quiet. What is it?
It looks like some sort of creature, or quite possibly a thing.
Permission to use my police issue katana, sir.
Denied. This may be a red herring unrelated to our investigation. Let's head for the tower.
It's still following us.
Try to distract it with your gunfire.
It's no good. It appears entirely undistracted.
Then get inside, quickly.
Rick Slider, Naomi Blaze, and Ernst Waffen Krieghauser in
Ghost Bleed.
Bio horror.
Check this out. It's even got the it's like even got the loading screen, and it's even playing the disc sounds. You can't hear him, but it's like he's got the old PlayStation disc sounds running over it, and like that was the intro. The rest of it is in this classic PlayStation style. It looks fucking amazing.
Oh my god! This place is great!
So, everything's so well composed and written.
Hello? Where is everyone? There are plenty of dead people, but no living people to explain why.
Maybe they shopped till they dropped.
So yeah, if you want to check that out, check it out another time, not right now because you're watching my stream. But you should check it out. But do it another time, not right now, okay? Because like we got shit to do, guys. All right, like it's all fun and games until you leave. If you leave, you know this is over. But yeah, let me show it. So let's go back to Photoshop. Leia, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? He's got tons of animations, and like I haven't even shown you Dr. Bees or Starbarians, which is like what this character's from. So I probably should have shown those instead of my favorites. Tech Zombie says lol, and then it's like if Bollywood remade it in a way. Yeah, what Bollywood remakes Resident Evil. Anyway, enough preamble. We're going on to the boring part of the stream, the coloring part, the work part. Agent Zero says so much fun. But yeah, I have a little bit of stuff to show halfway through the stream, so we'll go back to watching a couple of things later on. But yeah, welcome to the first session of coloring this. It's going to be flatting, and I've got my reference images over here. Like, it's probably going to end up being very similar to this. Like, this is obviously just the female version of this other piece, right? But part of me wants to try and pep it up. Make it a bit more punchy, and I don't know how I'm going to do it because we've got like the grass down here, so it's probably gonna have to be normal daytime. But like I could have had an orange with a background with a big impactful gradient, but I'll lay down the flats, and then as usual, after adding some tones and stuff, when the stream is over, I'll go away to my cave. And I'll tweak it into oblivion and try out a couple of things, and then probably come back to the next stream with it looking substantially different. And you'll be like, "What did you do? You finished this off stream? You're supposed to be cataloging the process. How could you do this to us?" But you know, you'll forgive me because it looks good. Agent Zero says, "Are you looking for commission work, Hyper?" What do you mean by commissions? I did not draw this, if that's what you mean. I didn't draw this. The guy who did those animations, he drew it, and I bought it off him. If you mean coloring commissions, I don't know, man. Commissions sounds like, here, draw something you don't want to draw. No, do something you don't want to do, but here is some money. And the thing is, if I actually wanted to do it, I probably wouldn't care about being paid. I would just do it. But yeah, give me some more details. What do you mean? How dare you? What do you mean, not doing things? No, I mean, are you looking for coloring work per page? No. 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 Okay. It's obviously cool to be asked, right? And I don't want to sound rude by going like, no. But I don't, believe it or not, get this. I do not like coloring. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I mean, if I could do a book and didn't have to color it, I would just do a black and white book. But if you're gonna put out a comic and you're not gonna do a colored version, like I would do color in black and white, but if you're not gonna do a colored version, you're just leaving money on the table. You know, not everyone likes the manga style digest, tonally applied black and white edition. So like you have to color. So in order to get my skills into a better position, another reason why I won't do commissions is because I never feel like I do work good enough. Can I color pick? I'll just color pick from there. Do you actually use just flat white for her hair? Oh no, that's a bit purpley. That's a bit pinky. No, I'll go for that one. I'll go for that one. But yeah, part of this is like getting back into practice so I could color my own comic. But yeah, if I was to do any coloring, it would be on stream for you guys to make what am I doing? I'm coloring in the background. It would be on screen for you guys to make it into entertainment, so I could just, you know, have a background video whilst doing schizophrenic stream of consciousness babbling, or I would just color my own book, because like that's so much work. If I had to color a comic page, that would take me ages. I would never be happy with it. I would have to settle. At least on one of these, it's usually just like one character in one scene. It's kind of like coloring one panel or a cover, I guess. What are people saying? Remus says that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I'm perfectly sane, and everything I say is correct. Here's a guy who makes a stream about coloring who doesn't like coloring. Yes, I do. I don't even like reading colored comics. Do you want to know? I think coloring comics makes them harder to read. It makes the storytelling less impactful. But hey, I'm not gonna force my particular tastes on the customer. You know how business works. You work for the people. The people don't work for you. So I mean, I do. Okay, truly, I do like coloring, but it's so much work, man. And I'd rather just imagine you can draw and color a page. Now imagine for the same amount of work, you can draw 2 pages. That's twice the storytelling for the same amount of like effort. And I would like personally rather tell more story. So I'm just gonna keep color picking. I don't need to choose colors. But yeah, the reference image is on the screen. Over here we have Princess BEE-STILDA from Starbarians. Then we have Dr. Bees, and this character is obviously a humorous fusion of the two. And then it has a little bit of narration from Dr. Bees himself. Like, I own this original, of course. It's on my wall, and it has pride of place. If I look up directly in front of me, it is the first thing in front of my face. And then the Samus one from before is over to the side. But that's because if anyone walks into the room, they see the impressive Samus piece. So, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, coloring. Let's see what people are saying. It makes sense. Oh, wait. It makes the stream so much more special knowing these details. Yeah. It's so special you'll color for us. You doing things you hate just for us. My money's no good here. What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait, do you want Michael Deitcher, the Deitch? He's an engineer who works on UFOs for a living. I guess he doesn't want to give me any money. What do you mean? I just said I'd offer a color and black and white book. What do you mean your money's no good here? What do you want from me, Deitch? What do you want? Blood? What do you want? Calm? Is it because the color can be distracting from the story? It's a number of things. Yeah. You are outing yourself here. The customer running away already. What do you mean? I said I'd do it. I said I'm doing it for you, the people. Would you not want to buy a color book if the... Listen, I'm being dramatic. I take it back. Coloring's great. Why would I do a coloring stream if I didn't like coloring? Like, come on. Come back, guys. Open those wallets, please. Please, for the love of God. But yeah, what did you say? Distraction from the story. Okay. I think black and white can be more impactful. Like, look at this. It's instantaneous. This is instant. This is slower to pass. Your eye does more work. But you know, color can look amazing. Like if I was printing a bunch of sexy pinups to put on my wall of lovely cartoon babes, they wouldn't be black and white. They'd have to be full color. But I don't know, man. Whenever I grew up looking at comics, like seeing superheroes jumping around in reds and blues, I was like, how can... I love cartoony stuff, right? Absolutely love it. But when stuff that's supposed to be like real and serious is very brightly colored, it just seems like a mismatch. But hey, that's just me. You can lambast me. Just make sure you don't hit the dislike button. That would be absolutely brutal. That would ruin my day. So just let my opinions be my opinions. You can have yours. In fact, share them. Put them in the chat. Give me some of your opinions. Then I can put them up on screen. I can reply to you. And then that's at least 30 seconds worth of content. You know what I mean? Rima says, I agree. I don't know what he is agreeing to. I'm going to assume you're agreeing to absolutely everything I've said so far. So yeah, welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you agree. Hopefully it's about the storytelling thing. Like, I know that in this... that's why I love manga, man. I love the look of it, the stark etchings of the Japanese artistry. But I never... The funny thing about how manga is becoming more popular, when I was younger, when I first started making my own comics in like 2008, 2007, which I'm not going to show you yet. I'm gonna have to get a few streams under my belt before I whip out my old comics. I'll tell you that. They're not exactly. Oh my god! If people saw them nowadays, I'm sure I'd be cancelled in like 5 seconds. But what was it saying when I made comics? I forgot it. Oh yeah, I didn't like manga back then. I was kind of like in the same boat as a lot of people who like comics and don't like manga. Where I was like, oh, it all looks the same. Oh, it's really over the top and parody. Like, oh, the characters talking 5 miles a second. Are these two different colors? Yeah, they are. Cancel. So if I use the bucket tool with 0 tolerance, it won't get mixed up. As long as they're slightly different, it's fine. But over the lockdowns, because I knew I wanted to make my own book, I felt like I would be abandoning my post, as it were, like failing as a creator if I didn't take in, and I'd always like take in those stories and those creations and see what was good about them. You know what I mean? Like, I bought so much during lockdown. I bought so much manga. I've read all of Chainsaw Man. I read all of Prison School. I've read all of Bakuman. I have so much stuff that I haven't read. What's on my shelf? I've got all the Berserks. $49.99, guys. What else? Oh shit, One Punch Man. Yeah, One Punch Man was one of the first ones I read. Like, and I've got a bunch of old ones too that I'm not going to list them all off because my current manga collection is huge. But yeah, during the lockdowns, bought a shitload of it off Amazon. They delivered it. And I didn't read it. What are people saying? Hawk of Enoch is a black and white and everything is hand drawn. I'm a fan of Randy Bishop. Is this what you're promoting? You're putting the links in the chat because you're a mod. Check it out. I haven't seen it before. There was one black and white comic. Let me click on that just so I can see my own, because I have a feeling. Okay, no, I haven't seen this before. There was someone who has their own shop and they do like really good black and white stuff, but they didn't ship to the UK, so I couldn't buy anything. I was gonna buy everything they had, and they didn't even like. It's not that it would be expensive shipping. I would have paid the expensive shipping because this guy's work was awesome. Can't remember his name now, but like. They didn't even ship, so I couldn't buy any of it. I was going to buy everything on his shop. Remus says, I have a question. Does anyone else think the anime is cringe, but manga makes total sense? Or am I the only one? They're definitely different. So they're definitely different, right? And there are a lot of anime. To be fair, I don't watch a lot of anime. And if I do, it's the cringe anime. It's like boob elves adventure. That kind of thing. I don't read any. I have no attraction to it. I have no idea. Okay. But yeah, there's obviously a different tone between the mangas and the animes. Because, like, I mean, one of them is a black and white book that stays still, and the other one is a flashy, in-motion, colorful bonanza with voice acting. But yeah, what color shall I do a ponytail? She's got silver ponytail over here. I think she should do silvers. I think she get the silver. I guess it would be on character. And let's color her B. So like Dr. B's B is blue, but I'm thinking, seeing as it's Princess BEE-STILDA, Princess BEE-STILDA, she should probably have a pink B. I'm going to give her a pink B instead of a blue. But yeah, the thing I enjoy the most about the manga stuff I've been reading, it's all about the kind of like information reveals on the page turns, and how they kind of like convey information that the characters aren't aware of, but you get to be aware of. I know that just sounds like general storytelling stuff, but like, I think it's what's the structure called? I don't know if it's Kinsho Tensu or something, or like, let me try and find the word. There's like a specific word for story structure in Eastern media. Manga story structure. Kinshoten Ketsu. Kinshoten Ketsu. Kinshoten Ketsu. And it's funny, it's actually a very simple story structure. I think, like on paper, it's basically introduce stuff and then develop the world and then have a twist and then have the characters deal with the twist. It's like very different from the hero's journey that you'll find in Western media, which is individual has goal, goes out into hell to face trials to achieve that goal, achieves goal, but the goal it didn't turn out to be what he thought it was. So there's like there is a twist there, I suppose. Like that's the twist, right? And then they return home after taking, it's like a win and a loss. Like they lose, there's a trade going off. They lose something to win. And then the thing that they lost allows them to reflect on the return, which is like the return change. And that's the very simple, like Dan Harmon story circle version of it. And like before I started researching writing properly for my book, I had no idea about like what's the benefits of proper story structure. I was one of those people that was like, hey, let's just do whatever. Let's just do fun stuff. And then you kind of like write a plot and you'd be like, why do I not care about these characters? Why does no one but me care about these characters or this world or what's going on? And it was because it was missing a lot of the classic structural framework. So in the book I'm working on, the thing I'm working on most is the writing. Now, she doesn't seem to have an eye color. Should we give a nice blues on this? Should we give a nice blue eyes? Like I can always tweak them after. I think the whole point of these streams are that I'll do some work and then like come back next time with everything changed and an apology. I'll play my apology music again. But yeah, how are you guys doing in the chat? What are you up to today? It is a wonderfully beautiful, drab, rainy day here in a rural Herefordshire. Not a lot of sunlight outside. See, it's a perfect British day. I already went out this morning and got my 10,000 milligrams of caffeine that I've shoved into my head. I don't know if you guys drink a lot of coffee, but one of the things I've noticed lately since getting into drinking coffee is how absolutely reliant you become on coffee. Like, I would wake up in the mornings usually and be completely rested, right? You just feel normal and fine. But I've been waking up recently feeling absolutely fucking drained until coffee makes its appearance, and then everything's fine. You know, you drink a large grown-ups milkshake, and then suddenly you can do a 50 million hour live stream. Agreed. Coffee is a must, says Tech Zombie. And coffee is delicious. See, the perfect way to get some interaction on a live stream, mention coffee. You bring up coffee, I got two chats I could bring up on the screen. How entertaining was that? Right, let's get some bee yellow. Let's color the whole bee in yellow. But I think, like I mentioned yesterday, I also have a bit of an addiction to Monster energy drinks. I have 3 cases full of Monster Assault, which isn't a popular flavor Monster. I don't know if you guys have a favorite Monster flavor. How about that? Interactions in the chat. What is your favorite Monster flavor? Agreed. Coffee is a must. With a little bump of Coke. Yes. I've never tried cocaine ever in my life. I wouldn't do that. Me? Drugs? Are you kidding? I mean, if I had, I'm sure I'd share my opinion of it, but like the opinion I'm about to share is a completely inexperienced outsider opinion, and it comes from someone who's never ever done coke before. But yeah, coke's all right. It's all right. It seems to affect different people differently. If you have ADHD, like you may be able to guess I might, apparently it's like people give amphetamines to people with ADHD, and you'd think, like, why would you do that? They're just gonna go completely insane. Not true. If you give like Ritalin, I guess is an amphetamine, it stabilizes you the fuck down, man. Like, so you imagine that typical image of a cartoon character doing a huge bump of coke and then going absolutely crazy and going on like a 5-minute car chase or something. 5-minute car chase? Him chasing a car running for 20 minutes. How about that? That's what I mean. But if you're of a certain persuasion in your own brain, taking a bump of coke can be like, wow, wait a minute. Everything's so clear now. Is this how normal people live? Is this how it is for everyone else all the time? I love this. So you can imagine a complete madhead character that has a coke addiction, but the reason why they're doing the coke is literally to be stabilized. But, you know, not speaking from experience in the slightest. I wouldn't do drugs. Would you do drugs? Would you do drugs? Remus says, I don't like energy drinks, but they're full of sugar. They're delicious. You can drink like 50 million of them in a day and die. It's amazing. Monster favorite flavor is Mango Loco. That's a good choice. I'll but if I need to have some, I drink the white 0-calorie version. The white 0 one is nice. The thing about the fake flavors, Tech Zombie says, I drink the white 0 as well. It does seem like the most popular can, the white 0. The thing about any of the fake flavors that don't have any sugar in, I absolutely hate sweeteners, man. Some people can't taste the difference. You can taste the difference. I think people who say it's no different, in my head, I'm like, they're lying to themselves. I don't believe this person. They're insane. But yeah, I drink Monster Assault. The internet seems to think it tastes like cheap Coca-Cola. It's not popular. But hey, all the more for me. It means that I can buy a whole pack of 12 for only 12 quid on Amazon. Because no one else wants it. But then I buy it all, and then the people selling it put the price up to 18 quid. And I'm like, not doing it, man. Not buying it. Sorry. So then I can't drink any for a while because I'm not paying that much. Red Bull Peach is really good. I've never tried Red Bull Peach. I love normal Red Bull, man. If I go to Tesco, which is like Walmart, I guess. If I go to Tesco and have an L meal deal, the classic Tesco meal deal, I'll always get a Red Bull. But it's not just because Red Bull is awesome. It's because it's also the most expensive drink. So if you're going to get a meal deal, which is always the same price no matter what drink you get, you're gonna get the most expensive drink. In the Sturdy and Scarlet novel, Sherlock Holmes takes cocaine to help him ponder and work out how a crime happens. Does that mean Sherlock Holmes has ADHD? It kind of makes sense for how up and down that guy is. I used to think I had cyclothemia because of the up and downness, but yeah, I don't think I have cyclothemia anymore. Cyclothemia, by the way, it's like bipolar light. I used to have some pretty high highs that would crash to pretty low lows. In fact, there was one time where I think I had a mental breakdown. Don't worry, I'm not unstable nowadays. And afterwards, I think I had like a 2-week period of like mania, but not like mental patient mania where they don't know what's happening and they just like come up and shout at you on a bus. More like, oh my god, everything is really hyper right now, and I know it is, and I'm even annoying myself, and I'm apologizing to people because I'm so hyper. Like, some people like going to IKEA. I famously do not like going to IKEA because it's such a fucking pain in the ass. During that week period, I was so hyper that I happily like offered to take someone to IKEA because they needed like a desk, and I was like, I'll drive you. And then when we were in IKEA, I was just walking around in circles the whole time. It was crazy. It was a crazy couple of weeks. It lasted for 2 whole weeks. And I finally came back down to reality with a new formed personality. It was great. But yeah, don't worry, guys. I'm not that unstable. Not anymore, I guess. Awkward silence. What do you guys think of the flatting stage of the coloring? Do you think I should do this beforehand? Is this an exciting part of the process, laying down the colors? I've decided to use the pen instead of the lasso tool because it means I get to actually use the pen and not just sit here clicking a mouse awkwardly around a shape. Because even though I updated Photoshop, I know last time I said that like it won't crash anymore when I use the lasso tool with my pen, but it did. It still crashed. It still did it. It still betrayed me. So it's mouse or bust when it comes to making a selection now. I can't risk it. I can't risk having to restart Photoshop for 5 minutes. Probably more like 1 minute. But yeah. What color is a stinger on this? Oh my god, the bee doesn't even have a stinger! Should we go with like a lighter color to make it stand out? Or do you think it should be black? I think a bee stinger in real life is probably black. We can always change it later. I bet the head... Yeah, the head is darker than this. So let's just make a separate color that's a little bit darker. And then I bet the mouth is even darker still. And I wonder if it would be good to make the legs, the feelers, and the mouth all the same color. Tech Zombie says, yes, IKEA. IKEA here is a madhouse. Yeah. You go with someone else and they're just looking at stuff. And you can't, like, what are you going to do? You can't input. Like, you're going to look around for stuff for yourself? You're going to advise someone else on their furniture choices? Like, okay. From my point of view, if you go into IKEA, you go on the website and you plan ahead. And you're going there to pick it up. You're not going there for a day out. Unless, you want to chow down on meatballs halfway through. I guess a lot of people go to IKEA to put balls in their mouth. Is that a famous pastime for most people, going to IKEA to suck on meatballs? Not me, of course. Right, let's, even though it's a placeholder color, I'm going to try fucking around with this blue. Image adjustments, hue and saturation. I think it'd be cool if it, yeah. Keeping it bluey green, though, so it can contrast to, or maybe just a different purple. Like a more bluey purple or a more reddy purple. I suppose it depends on what color the lines are going to end up being. But, no, actually the brown. I'll go to bluey. Yeah, because brown's going to blend too much with the bee. Let's get the orange. For the bottle of bees. I forgot about this print that this was a limited edition print that he put up on his shop. I didn't realize that this piece was basically the gender swap version of this print. That's pretty cool. Means I can steal all the colors. Minimal work. How about that? I don't have to do shit. Zombie says the horse meatballs. Are the meatballs made from horse meat in IKEA? Because that would mean I've eaten a horse. I was so hungry I could eat a horse, and I did. IKEA. Look, the bees are all in love with her. I mean, wouldn't you be? Get it, bee? Alright, what about their little bee tongues? Man, do you know what? Have you guys ever seen a bee? Full stop, no. Like an unconscious bee on the floor and have tried to help it. So, like, I'd seen stories of people helping bees, like, help a bee, there's a bee on the floor, you can do this, you get some sugar water, blah, blah, blah. And one fateful day, I did indeed, that's a tongue. Let's pretend that's a tongue. I didn't find a poor discarded bee on the ground. And he was still moving. And so I had my shopping bag because I was on the way to the shop. I got like a card out my wallet, and I kind of like used the credit card to like pick up the bee and put it in the shopping bag. And then I kind of like gently walked home. It was just around the corner. It wasn't very far. Put the bag on the floor outside and was like, okay, I'm going in. Very hurriedly went to get some sugar water from my flat. and then came back thinking I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save this bee. I'm gonna be the hero this bee deserved. But then the bee had gone. That's it. That's the end of the story. There was no bee. The bee left. I guess the bee didn't want my sugar water. Can you believe that? Can you believe the bee got me all excited to save its life and then just saved its own life? The absolute goal of that bee. But even though I have deceived you into thinking that is the end of the story. Turns out, about a week or two later, can you believe there was a second bee? Another poor discarded bee. It was summer, so they're probably super warm. And I bet like the 10 million Wi-Fi routers in the area probably did a number on the bees. Internal thoughts. So it's probably like, lying on the ground, having everyone's DMs beamed through its communication system through the Wi-Fi. And I was like, here we go. It's my chance to redeem myself. I can save this bee. And this time I'm going to do it right. So once again, use my credit card from my wallet, put it in my shopping bag, took it round. This time I made sure he couldn't escape. This bee is not stealing my thunder twice. Probably wasn't the same bee, but I can take out my wrath on any bee. They're all the same anyway, right? They're hive mind. I mean, literally, that's where the phrase comes from. And so went and made the sugar water, came back, and this time the bee was still there. That's right. The bee had not saved itself. The bee was still injured. How good is that? I couldn't believe my luck that this bee didn't manage to survive without me. I'm glad it was dependent on me. I mean, but yeah, fed the bee the sugar water, and literally within like 30 seconds, he had his strength back and he flew away. Bumbly at first, he slowly rose into the air, his tiny little wings batting away at like 50 million RPM. I did not think I was going to end up telling my bee stories on this stream, but I suppose it makes sense. We are coloring a bee. But yeah, he survived. So I'm 1 for 2 on bee saving. How about that? Tech Zombie says, at least you tried and you should be honored. I was honored. I did feel a bit. I felt bad. I actually think what happened with the first bee is like it just fell onto some grass, and then I couldn't see it in the grass. So and I spent like a good 20 minutes trying to look for it, like stumbling around with a bowl of sugar water trying to find this rogue bee. But alas, the one that got away, never to be seen again. And ever since then, I've not found any dead bees. Maybe this summer will bring a bounty of wounded bees to save, and God will smile down upon me and say, "Thank you for saving my bee friends. Now turn off your Wi-Fi; it's fucking them up." And I'll say, "No, God, I need my Wi-Fi. How am I going to look at porn without the Wi-Fi?" And he'll say, "You shouldn't be looking at that." I'll be like, "Well, why did you make it then? You made everything, right? Why'd you make the porn?" He's like, "Don't blame me for everything." I'll be like, "All right then. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to put that on you." God, I'm hyper schizophrenic today. Agent Zero says perfect and LOL! 2 exclamation marks. I'm going to assume that means you loved either the god porn joke, or the fact that a bee was saved. So thank you. Thank you for congratulating me on my heroism. I am, of course, a deeply positive person. Done not to make any edgy joke ever. Let's get the bee color. Ooh, that's a nice brown. That brown, that reddy brown next to that yellow is that they bump. They bump him. I think the next thing I want to do now is like make the lines a different color to this red, because now that the flats are laid down, the red doesn't look as good. And you don't want to sit here looking at bad flat color choices, even though essentially the work is that, look at this, me having that green. So the thing about background colors is usually you would just use like a middle gray to make sure you knew that you were like filling in the background and not leaving any gaps. But you have to have like a couple of different colors to lay behind you so you can keep checking against different ones to see what all the gaps are. Like this light blue, if I just had the white background on the whole time, I wouldn't have noticed the light blue. Right. Oh, God. I'm really making a pig's ear of this. I'm forgetting all these little elements. I'm forgetting his little feelers. I forget the feelers. Right. Oh, no. I forgot this one's Bombus. His Bombus Stripe. Back. Going back. Here we go. Perfect. Ish. I mean, nothing. No one's perfect, but right. I think that is all of her flat colors, and now we're just going to go on to Dr. B. So I'll make a new layer and start laying down his flats. Blasphemy and bees on this beautiful Friday. Yes, you forgot to write Bee-utiful. Missed opportunity there. Oh shit! No, he did it! Oh my God! I jumped the gun. Now I'm the fool. Oh yeah, I said I was going to make the lines darker, wasn't I? Can you believe it? Calling you out for absolutely no reason. Yeah, look at that. Over the impact. Let's bring it up a little bit. She's nice and purple. Reet onto the bee rag background. And let us do one entire big shape for him. And then we can just mask off this layer, and then we don't have to be as precious about the outline. It'll make everything easier and quicker. And after I've finished doing the flats on this, I'll take a little break. We can try watching another Harry animation, and I'll talk about what a crazy night I had last night, because I was a very lucky boy last night. I was invited on 2 streams last minute. Can you believe that? That's like a genuine entity. That's not outsider territory. Who would invite an outsider on last minute on their streams? You're part of the crew if you're getting sent links. See, I'll take a look at those. But yeah, I am actually kind of knackered. I was up until like 4 in the morning, which again loops back around to the whole coffee situation. Like maybe it wasn't the amount of caffeine I've been pumping into my body over the last week. Like I go to El Starbucks, El Horfox, and I get a large caramel latte, which already has 3 shots of espresso. Then I asked them to add 3 extra shots of espresso, so that's 6, and then like 2 extra shots of vanilla, and the vanilla combines with the caramel. You know, you can be a regular normie Starbucks drinker, or you can be a fancy pants Starbucks connoisseur and get them to combine flavors. I don't know if you guys dabble in the flavor mixing, like when you ever go to like the cinema or any kind of like a food chain and they have this soda fountain where you just like fill your own drinks up and it has all the flavors. Do you ever mix them? Are you guys soda mixers? I remember last time I was in Seattle, and this had to have taken place in America because it wouldn't have taken place in the UK because we have fuck all options in the UK when it comes to like soft drinks. We have like Coke, Sprite, Fanta. That's it. It's all you're getting, bitch. Very authoritarian regime, inflicting only Fanta and Sprite on us. But yeah, in America, what? Like in Subway, you have like iced tea, lemony iced tea, root beer, maybe a lemon soda of some kind. You have a whole range. If you go into 7-Eleven, there's like all these crazy flavors of just slushies. It's heaven. I mean, it's hell for my diet for potential diabetes, but like if you're there if you just want to chow down on some tasty sodas, it's the best. And you can mix them. You know, you can put half Coke, and you can put orange in it. You get orange Coke. What else can you do? Oh, with this, the best thing is with the slushies actually, like one of every bit of flavor. To be honest, it ends up being a bit gratuitous when you just like add one of every flavor of slushy. I'm going to read. I'm trying to look at the chat. Even if fall now when you gave a do. Okay, I'll mention that in a bit. Agent Zero is talking about something I have lined up to show and tell. What was it talking about? Oh yeah. So on the subject of mixing drinks, I have an ultimate suggestion for you guys, and you can tell me if this is repulsive as a concept, or if it's something you would actually try. So, first, you take a good old classic Coca-Cola. You fill a glass with good old-fashioned, regular, unbastardized by cherry or vanilla, just a regular old Coca-Cola. And then you head to the fridge, and you pull out a nice moist condensations rippling off it, a delicious carton of fresh orange juice, and you fill that glass, the other half of that half-filled glass, with the delicious a delicious mass of fresh orange juice liquid, and you mix it with the Coke, and it ends up looking like absolute shit. It looks like diarrhea in a glass, but believe you me, it is the most delicious drink you'll ever taste in your entire life. Coke tried to do it themselves. Have they ever made orange cola? They've tried. They haven't succeeded because they didn't use fresh orange. They used orange flavoring. If they had gone the extra mile, if they had used actual fresh orange juice, mixed it with Coke, and made orange cola, that would be, trust me, it would be top seller. People would be lining up around the street to get a taste of ice cold diarrhea. Yeah, that's it. That's it. If you happen to have those two ingredients at home, I'd try it. Try a fresh glass of diarrhea. Man, I left Dr. Bees behind without finishing him. Let's go back. Let's make his bee blue. Remus says, I always do that with random sodas. Hell yeah, another hyper genius big brain soda mixer. Pepsi made a good one, which is mango flavored. Oh yeah, you like, here we go. That's 2 mango drinks. You like the mango loco? You like the mango cola? You're a mango fanatic. You're a manganatic? Probably not, because I think you were one of the people that said they didn't like mango. But you know, mango, it's close enough. It's like 1 letter away. Maybe you're a closeted mango fan. But yeah, even though that's kind of that and other mango flavored fresh juices, even though I have a soft spot in my heart for them, I do not have a soft spot in my foot for them, because, ladies and gentlemen, there exists in the world a medical condition like no other. A medical condition that isn't terminal. It doesn't really do much damage to you. It just inflicts a sheer amount of pain for weeks if you don't get it sorted, if you don't deal with it very quick. And that condition is called gout. That's right. The streamer you're watching is a gout sufferer. You ever heard of gout? You know anyone's got gout? Anyone in this chat got gout? I'll tell you what, gout is an absolute bastard. And when people talk about what you do, the king's disease, el swollen foto, el swolo fotilda, people lie about gout. They say that it's all about purines. Like, oh, you're eating too much red meat. You're full of purines. You need to tone down on the red meat. Bitch, I have steak every single day, and I do not have a gout attack. You can fuck off with your red meat hypothesis. Do you want to know what kind of causes me sometimes to get a little bit of gout tingles in my foot? Chicken. Do you know what the doctors would say to someone to if they had gout? Eat chicken. No. Absolute bullshit. You can hold your chicken. I'll eat my red meat. Thank you very much. Yes, we have a fellow gout enthusiast, Linkovich Chomovsky. Linkovich. Oh shit, it's Linkovich. I've seen you before. Hey, I just got here. Don't give me gout, bro. Oh, I thought you were a gout enthusiast. I've heard of it. I know that pork and shrimp are another one. I love pork and I love shrimp. I'm still eating that shit. I don't think pork and shrimp have anything to do with it. I think the doctors are full of shit. Do you want to know what actually causes gout for me? Chicken, I think. Milk. Fresh fruit juices. I think I pinned it down to fructose and sucrose. And when I mean sucrose, I do not just mean regular old sugar. I think this normal sugar is sucralose or something. It's like the fake one. But yeah, sorry, Linkovich. I'm gonna give you gout. Oh shit, I fucked up. I'm gonna give you gout through the screen. It's happening. Which part of the bee's body did I just take? I took his actual body, his main core. But yeah, if anyone does suffer with gout, or you know someone who suffers with gout, I have dealt with it for so fucking long. Oh, the strap is actually brown. I didn't realize he had a strap too. I'm such a rhombus, man. Let's go back to this. I've figured out the way to avoid it, the way to deal with it when you get it. Trust me, there's a whole method. I have suffered for months at a time in absolute goutascular agony. Let's take his actual head color. And you know, I've suffered for you. You can take my knowledge. Basically, find the specific foods that trigger you and avoid them. And if you get it, if you get the gout, if you feel that tingle, you'll feel that early on gout tingle. Just take like 3 ibuprofens. That's it. That's the story. That's the secret to avoiding it. Just 3 ibuprofens. Just 3. It'll go away. As long as you get it early enough. But obviously, you want to avoid the foods because apparently you're only allowed to take like so much ibuprofen in your life. Have you heard that? Apparently, it uses up something in your body, and you can only take enough. Toxins in the body from diet causes gout. Yeah, but they say purines, not just toxins. If I drink a whole pint of milk, my foot's gonna hurt. So you know, you're talking about toxins. That's just some nice milk, and this is British milk. This is not American growth hormone milk. We're talking delicious, fresh, remote islander milk. Maybe I should just switch to breast milk instead. Maybe that'll prevent it. Maybe I'll be able to chow down some milk if it's like human female milk. I mean, what? I'm thinking out loud. Sorry. I'd never do that. Kidding? Breast milk? Disgusting. Who would do that? Almost done with the flats. Get some of the blue. The legs in the mouth. Here we go, little dude. I may have not been able to save your friend, but I'll breathe life into you using color. Yeah, I don't think using that blue for the arms is actually a good idea. Having it on the face is better. Yeah. It puts the focus where it needs to be. It doesn't steal focus from the face. The eyes definitely need to be a different brown. They need to be like more towards red, I think. The thing right now, the eyes are actually the same color as the arms, right? See, we're in the realm of orange. We should be in the realm of red. Let's put it up here. Yes, nice evil red eyes for the bees. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Nice and demonic. How about that? Some nice demonic bees. And keep thinking I'm nearly done, but like most of Dr. Bees isn't colored in. Agent Zero says, I have a potential cure. Start drinking dandelion tea every day and take turmeric supplements. It may help. And also drink jerry juice. And also take celery tablets. And also... I've tried it, man. I've tried all the stuff. All I have to do is avoid milk and fruit juice. And to be honest, I avoid chicken as well. The whole chicken thing for me could be a misnomer. I could be barking up the wrong tree there. Maybe when I was having the chicken, I was also drinking milk, so I like just associated the two. Wait, what? Oh, fuck. I did it in the wrong way. Edit cut, edit place special, paste in place. And then merge him with his lower half. But make a new layer to maintain the mask. Then once these layers are combined, using layer merge just selected layers, right? Then select this and then reapply the mask. Yes, that's how it's done. Forgot what I was talking about. Making fun of dandelion supplements. That about that. Like, I'm not anti any of the holistic approaches, like holistic stuff. I'm sure there's some merit to that, but like, yeah, I've got cherry tablets, I got celery tablets, I got like sachets of concentrated vitamin C, and for me personally, it never seems to have actually helped. But hey, they got my money. And in the end, isn't that the most important thing? No, it's got to be darker. I thought it would look cool if you had, yeah, kind of okay. Let's use a deep dark red for the inside of his gob. Yes. Let's color pick the orange. I'm going to have to try and mimic this dark strap shininess when I come to actually adding more detail. How long have I been going for? Oh my god, an hour and 20. This is great. I can keep going for a bit longer. This is it. Step 1 of the coloring is always going to be like the flatting stream. How about that? It's worked out perfectly. That's why that wasn't coloring. I'll do his eye monaco on a different layer later. Doesn't need to be included now. Oh. But yeah, I'll get the flats done while we're here. And then I think on the next stream, which will happen tomorrow, I'll be adding all the initial shading. Should make the honey. I'm going to do some honey, and it's going to be like a deeper yellow. We can eventually make this very shiny. Where's the silver for the boutons? I think she has a button on her. Yes. We will steal the silver from Bee-Stilda's bouton and apply it to Dr. Bee's bouton. And now we need the wood collar for his hive. I guess you would call it a skirt. I wonder if he's commando underneath there. Don't look under my bee skirt. My penis is dangling around down there. Agent Zero says, I cannot take ibuprofen anymore. It gives me bad heartburn. Just take some Gaviscon or Renes at the same time. Just fill your body full of various tablets and medications. Various over-the-counter medications. That'll surely work. Oh, it's a healthy way to live. Right. I think those are all the elements. Except for, of course, the grass. We can add some what are they? Are they daisies on this one? Yes. Nice innocent white daisies. Put these mother effers in. Yellow for the center of them, but make it a light yellow because it doesn't need to stand out that much. Right, that's it. I think that's every area. Oh no, still got the stripes on the behind. Let's bogart this color. Go back to this layer. And that will be the final bit. Except for the background. Right, perfect. Let's pick a nice color gradient to indicate how it's going to look for the background. The Cintiq has been returned. What's going on in chat? Sponsored by Pfizer. Yeah, go get 7 million injections and let there be billions of deaths over there. Read what Linkovich did for you, buddy. Uh-oh. What do you mean? What did he do? No problem. Read what Linkovich did for you. What? Is there something that's not showing up in like normal chat? I don't know what you mean. This stream brought to you by Big Farmer and St. Vincent. Right, background. Like, I think it's going to end up being the same sky blue. I want to make it different. I want to make it different to this print. I want to give it a different vibe. Maybe she can be at nighttime or something, but maybe I'm just being a bit of a try-hard with that. Okay. A nice gradient of yellow coming up over the horizon, which we can set to a different blend mode so it looks nice. And then a nice reverse gradient. Oh, it's still there. Usually my custom gradients don't stick around. They like get lost. Make it a different blue. Pick it from here. Put it there. Nope, that's not really enough. So it's multiply. Yep. And then it's kind of like, yeah, that's it. We flattered it. Oh, except for the speech bubble. Yeah, I suppose I do have to do that. I didn't realize. I'm going to use the polygon lasso. And I'm going to do it with my mouse so that Photoshop doesn't crash or freeze like it usually does. If I do this with the stylus. You're not getting the better of me. Although you are going to cause me to take forever. Oh shit. Agent Zero did. Link of it shows you, man. I was dropping your channel link in the Jack Show. Hope you get it. I did get. Was that you? Thank you so much. I didn't see that. Wait a minute. Wait. There it is. Sorry, I skipped right over it. That was great. Yeah, man. I was dropping your channel link in the Jack Show. Hope you got a few more subs. I did. I got like 20. I honestly got like 20 last night. Is it? Did you put the link in when? Did John play the? Did John play the video? It's funny. John has. He has a version of those two clips that actually has my handle in it. And if you look for the first times he used them, he was using the version with the handle. He seems to have made the effort to go and find versions of it that didn't have the handle, so that was funny. But I'm grateful every time they get played. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. But yeah, if I'm going to save, I didn't save that whole time. This is it. This is the flats. Done. And I'll tweak these colors and maybe do a bit more of it and then come back tomorrow. And before we go, let's watch another one of the cartoons. Let's look at a more relevant cartoon, shall we, of Harry's. Stop the screen, represent, share screen, Chrome tab, with audio. Yes, let's do it. Are you ready? Oh my God, he's here. Looking good. I did think there was a separation here, actually, Harry. I intended for a lower to half to have exposed thighs, but go hard. No. I'm doing that, man. I agree. I did wonder if this line did mean that. Absolutely perfect. And it does mean she has quite the epic camel toe going on here. So yeah, I support that. But yeah, welcome. I'm about to show everyone, well, the handful of people here, the first Dr. Bees cartoon, but hell yeah, man. Thanks for coming in. That's the Harry Partridge, guys. Go check out his channel. He's got a billion cool videos. The latest one, obviously, we only watched it here. Go watch the rest of it after this. This is absolutely amazing. His most recent one. But hey, we should watch the relevant Dr. Bees. There we go.
Dr. Bees! I'm Dr. Miles Manners, just your average wasp-themed superhero by day, but by night I become Dr. Bees, masked vigilante with a load of bees dedicated to saving mankind.
Look up in the sky! It's a bird!
It's a plane! It is a plane! And the plane is carrying Dr. Bees!
Son, congratulations on your 3rd clean year.
Thank you, Father.
Have you sampled the platter?
What's this? A handsome family picnic woefully underpopulated by bees? A large influx of bees ought to put a stop to that.
Oh, fucking Lord!
Later that very same year, on International Bring a Shit Ton of Bees to Work Day, I feel we have made a terrible mistake.
Somebody do something relating to bees.
What's this? An overabundance of bees in the workplace? My briefcase full of bees ought to put a stop to that.
The situation has only been made worse with the addition of yet more bees.
Later, that very same bee at the annual bee convention, the world's single largest gathering of bees.
Well, Christine, I'd say that the lack of all and any bees at this event has been somewhat of a letdown.
Isn't there anyone who can help?
Oh.
There we go. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Harry, for all the wonderful animations you make, and good luck with all the stuff in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing the next Starbarians, like the what is it? Like the simpler one that you said you're gonna do. Some of the designs look crazy, like the guy with like brains in a tube behind him. But yeah, let me share my screen once again. Stop farting around with this technology that I can't control. And go to Window, Photoshop, and here we go. Fixed it. Already fixed. She was, as Harry said, it was intended to have exposed Legos, and so all done. But yeah, that's kind of like the end of it. We'll be going for an hour and a half. Perfect amount of time. I'll be here tomorrow, finished doing the next step of this. I'll add a bunch of shadows and stuff, and hopefully we can get this all finished in a couple of streams. But thank you all very much for being here. Make sure you give the like button a good old thumb and finger the bell. How shall I play us out? Shall I play the intro again? I'll play the intro again. Bye, everyone.
Nobody's allowed down here.
There's a hole in the side of your house. Who's that?
It's my mother.
You have her eyes.
She died when I was 6.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I remember it like it was yesterday. She said she was going out to get my dad a bottle of gin, but it was raining really hard that night. The roads were slippery.
God, Jane. A car accident.
No, cancer. It was so hard. I had to take on all of her responsibilities, the cooking and cleaning and breastfeeding Mitch.
Oh, Janie, that's all in the past now. You gotta start thinking about your future. I mean, look how talented you are.
I have this dream of one day just hopping on a plane and going to Paris. There's an art school there, but I can't afford it. Unless I found some way of raising $26,000 before the admissions cut off.
Oh my God, Janie, do you realize my parents give a scholarship to a girl who can't get into art school every year?
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah. This year we gave it to Lupe Rodriguez, the Mexican finger painter. I think you'd really like her work.
Hey, you know what always cheers you up? Baking me a nice tray of sugar cookies.
How about these cookies, sugar?
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Nah, you
Mr. Frog, thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Hello, it's good to be here. Hello.
So we've been friends for a long time, and which is why it's been so tough to see you go through all this.
Thank you. It's been tough with everything that's been going on with my life. Hello.
Yeah, why don't you tell me about that a little bit? Like what was the worst part about like the whole ordeal, like working on your show?
Probably working with all those filthy.
Everything is racist. Everything is racist according to me. Everything is racist in 2018. Tres, dos, uno. Have you heard the truth? I'm trying to escape it. Everything's bad. Cause everything's racist. Shirt, goldfish, strawberry smoothie, all the blowfish, especially Hootie. Everything you say is insanely racist. Every single day the racism's outrageous. You know who needs sensitivity training? Every single name in the yellow pages.
Gentlemen, Ah, crap, singing. Mind if I smoke?
Cigars are evil, you won't miss them. We'll find ways to simulate that smell. What a sorry fella, rolled up and smoked like a granatella here on level 1 of robot hell. Gambling's wrong and so is cheating, so is forging phony IOUs. Let's let Lady Luck decide what type of torture's justified. I'm Pit Boss here on level 2. Ooh, deep-fried robots.
Just tell me why.
Please read this 55-page warrant.
There must be robots worse than I.
We checked around, there really aren't.
Then please let me explain my crimes were merely boyish pranks.
You stole from Boy Scouts, nuns, and banks.
Don't blame me, blame my upbringing.
Please stop singing while I'm singing. Selling bootleg tapes is wrong. Musicians need that income to survive.
Hey, Ben, you're gonna make some noise with your hard drive scratched by the Beastie Boys. That's what you get on level 5.
I don't feel well.
It's up to us to rescue him.
Maybe he likes it here in hell.
It's us who tempted him to sin.
Maybe he's back at the motel.
Come on, Fry, don't be scared. I'm sure at least one of us will be spared. So just sit back, enjoy the ride.
My ass has blisters from the slide.
Fencing diamonds, fixing cockfights, publishing indecent magazines. You'll pay for every crime. Knee deep in electric slime. You'll suffer till the end of time, enduring tortures, most of which rhyme. Trapped forever here